Yes, sir. We're back. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all again for tuning in. Y'all are truly amazing. Just got myself a quick little snack, and I'm ready to go. Dog is underneath my feet, sleeping. I appreciate y'all. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we'll watch the 2023 MLB All-Star Game today. Let me just double check, but I think I do have the audio correct now. Music is turned down. I had to turn off the reverb. I think that's what was causing it to play in the stadium. So there should be no music this time. It should just be all of the just game sounds. So we'll do the MLB All-Star Game. I'm not going to play it. We'll just watch the All-Star Game. And I'm going to turn on quick counts though, make it go by a little bit faster. But we will have open roof, partially cloudy. And I think this will be how we'll do it. We'll just do quick counts to help it go by a little faster, and we'll watch the MLB All-Star Game. See who wins, the NL or the AL. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn off music, so everybody's just standing around. The MLB, the American League, and the National League. We do have 2 All-Stars, I'm pretty positive. We have 2, which I'll highlight them when they show up. But the MLB All-Star Game here at T-Mobile Park in Seattle at our home stadium. We get to host the 2023 MLB All-Star Game. As there is the lineup, we do have one starter, and that is Julio Rodriguez. He gets to start out in left field today. So we do have one position player, and we have one pitcher as well. I'm doing good. Enjoying finally being able to do content on a Wi-Fi again. On the mound for the American League, their starting pitcher will be Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Guardians, the 2020 AL Cy Young Award winner. He's having another sensational season, trying to go for his second bit of trophy. As he'll start off against Starling Marte, who will lead things off in 299 on the season. And the 93rd MLB All-Star Game is underway as Marte begins with a ground out. I'll bring up Jeff McNeil. He got voted in of the New York Mets at 317 on the season. He's got a 1-1 count. And he fouls one back. Chopper over to second base. Looks like Altuve's over there staying busy. So he gets the first 2 outs of the ball game. I'll bring up Freddie Freeman of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Leads the National League with batting average hitting .357 on the season. One-two pitch from Bieber. Chopper fouled off. As Freddie hits this one to center, and that's Trout over, who won the home run derby last night. Puts it away for out number 3, and Bieber goes 1-2-3. Starting pitcher on the mound for the National League will be the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins, having another great season this year with a .92 whip, trying to go back-to-back in the Cy Young department. He'll start off against Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros, also a participant in the home run derby last night. He faces a 1-1 count from Alcantara. Chopper. Altuve swings and misses, chases the outside slider, nasty pitch from Alcantara. And then I'll bring up the second guy, Ahmed Rosario of the Cleveland Guardians. Steps up 286, 11 homers, 36 RBIs, and his first All-Star appearance. 1-2 pitch, ball a little below the knees. That was chopped over to second. Backhanded play. Makes it. So the second out of the nice stretch by Freeman. Doing the splits over there. And here comes Mike Trout. Winner of last night's home run derby. Beat Kyle Schwarber in the finals, making his 11th appearance in an All-Star game.
Ball, catching try.
It looks like Aaron Judge is on deck. Shot at the middle. Into center field, the first hit of the day goes by way of Trout. Here comes Aaron Judge, who leads all of baseball with home runs this season, was the #1 seed in last night's home run derby before being eliminated the first round by Jose Altuve, the reigning AL MVP. It's got a 1-2 pitch from Alcantara. Looks at ball 2. JT Realmuto catching behind the plate. And this one's driven to deep right center. Got a lot of hang time, but not going to be out of the park as Marcelo put it away. Both teams scoreless through 1. As here comes Pete Alonso. Another guy having an MVP caliber season. Do we have it? We have 2. We have Julio Rodriguez, who is a starter, actually. And then we have a pitcher who, I won't say who it is yet. He'll pop up later, hopefully, in the game. So that one was close. 3-1 count to Pete and rips one into left field. First hit of the day for the National League. Comes by way of the Polar Bear. So he's on first base now for San Diego Padres. Manny Machado's hitting .349 on the season. Full count to Machado. 3-2 pitch, hit up the middle, and that's back-to-back base hits now for the NL. As Trout makes the throw over to third, and he got runners on first and second, no outs. Nice piece of hitting there, as that'll bring up Trey Turner. Will step into the batter's box of the Philadelphia Phillies. As the speedy shortstop will hit this one into right field on a 1-1 count. That's 3 straight base hits. Will there be a play at the plate? No, they will hold the runners. And the National League looking pretty good right now. Bases a little bit, nobody out for Kyle Schwarber, the home run derby runner-up, the NL leader in home runs. Got a nice opportunity here to do some damage. One-two pitch, shot up the middle. That'll be a double play ball, but the National League will get the first run. The 8th spot will be Brian Reynolds starting the center field of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh not very good this season, but Reynolds doing not because of him. That one's roped into the right field, and that's an RBI single. So the National League gets 2 across here at the top of the second. Shane Bieber getting hit early. So that'll bring up JT Realmuto. Shot foul. And he strikes out. So that'll end the second, top of the second, but the National League gets 2. So here comes Vladdy Jr. Anything you'd want to improve on with the team as the deadline looms? Yeah, so we're definitely going to be buyers. Now, I think there's a couple of things that I think we could definitely buy on. Now, we don't have that many, like, great prospects, which is going to hinder our ability to go get a superstar, so to speak, as Guerrero fouls one off sharply to the right side. I think the first thing, my main thing is I want to get another bat. And I want it to be a lefty. Because currently our DH spot has kind of been a little bit in flux. Right now we have Robinson Cano hitting as the DH against righties. And he's done a very good job. Cano's had a really good season. Definitely done way better than I would have thought when I signed Cano. But I don't know if it'll necessarily last. And I like to get a big-time bat to hit versus righties again, just another power bat. I like for it to be a lefty. That, and I have a couple other things. That's the big one. And I also think maybe getting a 5th starting pitcher in our rotation, because we have Gilbert, Kirby, Castillo, and Robbie Ray are all playing good. And our 5th rotation guy is Chris Flexen. He's a very good number 5 starting pitcher. But if we're trying to make a playoff push, I'd like to maybe try to go get another one, because also our long release spot has been very, very bad this year. Justice Sheffield's played really bad. Marco Gonzalez has been injured. So maybe we can move Flex into that long release spot and get another starting pitcher in a rotation. And then lastly, maybe it's something to do with the catcher. We have Cal Raleigh. He's a great switch-hitting catcher. He's a catcher I want to be in the future. As I was even paying attention, Alcantara just mowed down the side. And then here comes Shane McClanahan of the Tampa Bay Rays. He's had a very good season. But I think, in the short term, Raleigh hasn't had the best season. So maybe getting another catcher. Because Tom Murphy, the backup, is a free agent. He's also not played very good. Yeah, maybe like a vet catcher. I wouldn't want to go get a catcher who has a ton of years team control. If I did get a catcher, I'd want like a 1-year catcher who's a free agent at the end of the season, just because I still want Raleigh to be our long-term catcher. And I don't really want him to have to deal with a guy behind him who's got a lot of team control left. Eloy Jimenez, maybe. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at the White Sox again and just see what their position is, and hopefully they tank these last couple weeks and they'd be willing to sell. So, but yeah, I do want to add a lefty bat. There are a couple guys on the trade block that, for some reason, the Blue Jays have Brandon Belt on the trade block, and I think he'd be a good fit, but the Blue Jays are one of the best teams in baseball. So I don't think they'd be willing to trade a good bat for a prospect. That really wouldn't make much sense. So, yeah, I haven't fully put my attention on the trade deadline yet. I was kind of waiting until after the All-Star festivities to kind of put a lot of focus to that, as Freeman slaps one into left field off of McClanahan. But yeah, I'd definitely like to see what potential targets there could be. As now Alonso steps up to the plate. 1-1 pitch to Pete as he looks at a curveball low. Singled and scored a run in the last inning. 1-2 pitch from McClanahan, inside curveball. Appreciate it. And he gets in the swing upstairs. The National League doesn't get anything here at the top of there. McClanahan settles down and gets the outs. Bottom 3 now. Max Fried will come in for the National League. He's putting together a very solid season in his own right. He'll begin against Salvador Perez, the June Player of the Month, in fact. Good to see him still playing at a high level. Salvi making his 8th All-Star appearance. 1-1 pitch. Gets jammed inside. Float out to right center. That'll be an easy play out in right field for Starling Marte. And here comes our All-Star, Julio Rodriguez, in 283 on the season, 12 homers, 60 RBIs. I think he's honestly having an even better sophomore campaign than his Rookie of the Year. So J-Rod faces a 2-1 count, looks at ball 3. 2 for 5 against Max Fried, including a home run. Interesting to look at there. Here comes the pitch, and Julio Rodriguez will draw a walk. So J-Rod Reese's base, and he's got some speed on the base pass for Jose Altuve's division rival. And, oh no, he actually gets caught in a pickle. Rodriguez was going to steal. Fried was ready for it and caught in a little bit of an unfortunate situation. So, Fried, very good at pickoff moves, being a lefty and everything, gets Julio leaning. There's now 2 outs, nobody on for Jose Altuve. 2-1 pitch, and he ropes it, but ropes it well foul. And Fried get out of this inning, 1-2-3. High fly ball by Altuve into the gap, but it looks like it's going to hang up there just enough for Schwarber to get underneath it. And Fried unconventionally gets the 1-2-3 inning. We'll turn it over to Jacob deGrom of the Texas Rangers, who is the next American League pitcher to get his call as he's making his 5th All-Star appearance. The 2-time Cy Young Award winner steps up against Manny Machado. Curveball right over the middle. I don't know why Machado didn't want to swing at that. Oh, gets a swing and miss. 1-0-1 fastball inside. Nasty pitch from deGrom. Slider well outside. I don't know what Trey was swinging at there. 1-2 pitch. Ball low.
2 balls, 2 strikes. I got 3-2.
Full count pitch now on the way to Turner, and he's going to swing at a slider. Couldn't lay off those outside sliders. Go back to it if it worked. It makes sense. Out number 2. And here comes the lefty Kyle Schwarber, who was hitting absolute bombs last night.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball.
All right, nice pitch there by deGrom. Looking for a lift. I mean, yeah, if it makes sense. It doesn't have to be like a 1-year rental. Just looking for the right player, as deGrom loses Schwarber, and he'll put him on base. For Brian Reynolds, who does have the only quote-unquote RBI since the other one came off of a double play. The 5th starter, I wouldn't think so. The 5th starter would be more of a rental, though. And it doesn't matter if he was a righty or a lefty. Just because we do have a deep pitching staff, as this one's hit all the way to the track, or Trout just has enough space to put it away, and deGrom gets through the inning. I'm going to bring up Clayton Kershaw is the next guy out of the pen. 191 ERA. Kershaw, even at the age of 35, is still putting up Cy Young Award-winning numbers. He's looking for his 4th Cy Young Award, making his 10th appearance in the All-Star game, as he leads off with Ahmed Rosario.
Ball, that pitch is out.
2-1 pitch, chopper over to short. Fielded cleanly by Turner, who puts him away. I'm going to bring out Mike Trout. It was one of the few hits in this game for the American League.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One two pitch to Trout. Looks at a similar fastball to the one he just swung at. This time he will connect on it, but it's just going to hang up there for Marte. And that'll be a nice out for Starling. So 2 down now for Judge. Flew out in his first at bat back in the first. He's got a 2-1 or a 1-1 count.
No bets off the plate. Ball 2.
Roped but foul. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Kershaw nails him down, and the American League's offense has not been very good so far. I'll turn it over to Chris Sale from the Boston Red Sox. I wish they wore the hats of their team they represented, but obviously I know why. Lefty making his 8th appearance in an All-Star game.
The catcher, JT Realmuto.
As there's our other guy. You can see him get warm. Penn Murphy was our other All-Star. He makes it in as a reliever. So those are our 2 All-Stars. We had Julio Rodriguez and Penn Murphy. Yep, Penn indeed. He gets the All-Star appearance. Julio's 2nd appearance in an All-Star game, and Penn Murphy's 1st. So he gets in. I mean, he's been absolutely dominant here in this series. I've almost pitched him. I pitched him almost like every game. I feel like the Mariners in real life have just kind of gotten hit by the injury bug, which is unfortunate. Because I do like the M's a lot. It's kind of why I picked him to be my franchise team this year. I kind of just wanted to pick the Mariners.
The right fielder, number 6, Garland.
Plus, they're the only team that's never made it to a World Series. Not to rub salt in the wounds, but I wanted to try to do that in this series. How is Kelenic doing? He's doing okay. He's still kind of a low. I think he's like 64 overall. And he's down at AAA. Obviously, he hasn't had the best, time in the majors. So we have a pretty good outfield as it stands with Pollock and we have Pollock and then Julio and then right field Teoscar. So they man the starting spots. And then we have a lot of position flexibility with Dylan Moore and Sam Haggerty. So not any real rush to give Kelenic another shot at the majors. I'd rather him hone his bat down there at AAA, where he's actually played pretty good at AAA this season. We should move him at the deadline. Actually, I mean, if there's a trade and the team wants Kelenic, I mean, he's not untouchable. How's Taylor Trammell doing? Well, he's actually on the Dodgers now. There's a fly ball to right field judge. He was actually a member of a trade that we did do. We acquired Bruised Dog Gratterall for the Dodgers. I wanted a bullpen arm, and the Dodgers obviously competing for a playoff spot. They had some injury issues with center field, so we traded them Taylor Trammell, and he's their highest rated healthy center fielder. So it just kind of made sense. I like Trammell, but I needed the bullpen arm, and I feel like we had good depth in the outfield. Yeah, it was a couple of episodes ago, but it wasn't a major trade. It was just something minor. So Justin Verlander now on the mound for the National League. I almost forgot he was on the New York Mets for a minute. Thought he was still on the Astros, just like he just got traded to in real life. His bottom 5th American League has been almost non-existent on offense. Vladdy Jr. goes chasing a slider out and away. Shot over to short. I thought that was a good hit ball, but instead it's right over there and put away. Now, speaking of an Astro, here comes Kyle Tucker, 2 former teammates going at it now as he swings and misses. Verlander shuts him down. What if you trade Kelenic back to the Mets? Sometimes that's how it works out. Sometimes players just end up on the team they were already at. As here comes Ramirez, who struck out back in the 2nd inning.
3 balls, 1 strike.
A little bit of a shift here on the Guardians' 3rd baseman. Full count, sharp hit. That beats the shift. It's hard to shift against some of these good hitters, as that's going to be an easy double for Jose Ramirez. And finally, the American League has up a runner in scoring position. Big spot for Salvador Perez. And he ropes one, but that's going to slice foul. 1-2 now from Verlander. Can't lay off the 12-6 and another strikeout for the American League. I'll bring out Clark Schmidt of the New York Yankees. He has a 1.86 ERA, which is actually second out of qualified pitchers in the American League. Making his first appearance of the All-Star game. Former University of South Carolina Gamecock, go Cox. Pause.
Nope, outside.
As now it doesn't look like Penn is warming up, so I'm not sure if they just warmed him up and then sat him down. They want pitch to Freeman. It's fouled off. I got to do that a lot as a University of South Carolina alumni. As that one's up the middle, knocked down by Schmidt. And don't think he's going to have a play. No, he won't. Freeman beats it out. So an infield single. Schmidt looks like a little shaken up, but this is the All-Star game, so there's no injuries. But it's a runner on for Pete Alonso.
Full count.
Swing and miss. 1 for 2 on the day for the Polar Bear. Three-two. That one's foul. Head of the circle change. All right, quick counts. This game really does kind of fly by. That's strike 3. Slider low on the edge. A called strike. First out of the inning. I bring up Manny Machado. Nice pitch by Schmidt. Makes it a full count. Payoff pitch. Well in front. And he walks him. Schmidt's now got 2 on, 1 away for Trey Turner. Singled back in the second. This is the part of the lineup that did the damage back in that second inning. It's Trey well ahead of the sinker. One, two, chopper foul. And Trey continues just to foul off pitches. Looks at another ball. That was rocketed. Another foul ball. This at bat continues. Mr. Trey Turner will not die. And there he goes. This time he can't lay off. Can't make contact.
One ball, 2 strikes. 2 count.
Full count, 2 outs. Kyle Schwarber, indeed. It's not the guy you want in this situation. Oh, he gets jammed, but he fouls it off. Another foul off. And he walks him. So base is loaded. 2 outs for Ryan Reynolds. What's up, Chris? Mine's doing pretty good. We got internet in my new apartment today, so that's a plus. We're just watching the All-Star game. Hope it's been good with you.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Big spot here. And he does get him a strikeout. Leaves the bases loaded. So we'll go into this bottom half of the inning. Tony Gonsolin is the next man up for the National League. I assume after this inning we'll be seeing some position players get subbed in as Gonsolin of the Dodgers makes his 2nd straight All-Star appearance. He'll start off against Julio Rodriguez, who we saw walk back in the 3rd, but before getting himself into a pickle. Exactly, just like Octi. All right, looks like a strike.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he strikes out. So very much a pitcher-dominated game.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Altuve fouls it off. Oh, man, he couldn't pull the trigger. Got locked up inside. Nice pitch by Gonsolin. It's Ahmed Rosario 0 for 2 on the day. 2 ground outs. He faced a 1-1 pitch. Nice swing and a miss.
No, that's low.
Pitch a little low. Now it's flied out to right. And it's through 6. The National League leads 2-0. Time for Emmanuel Clase to now come in. It's 27 for 29 on save ops this season. One of the most dominant closers in the league. I think he's the reigning AL Cy Young Award, or not Cy Young, AL Reliever of the Year award winner. And it's to start off with JT Realmuto. Oh, this new wins over selling me. It's funny. Do I like soccer? I honestly don't really follow soccer. I've always liked to try to get into it just because it's so popular of a sport, but I mean, I think that's part of the negative. It's such a popular world sport. There's so many soccer players. It's just hard to keep up with. But I like Charlotte FC. Oh, nice cutter upstairs. Right at the top of the zone. So here comes some substitutions. Okay, so Matt Carpenter is the first guy off the bench for the National League. We saw him last night in the home run derby. As Carpenter, even at the age of 37, is still playing at such a high level, making his 4th All-Star appearance, as that was a borderline ball. Padres are happy that he's played good this season. It's the next pitcher in Class A. Locks him inside. This say he didn't go around. Close call. But the 2-2 from Class A. And that one's roped to right field. And Matt Carpenter drills one into the right field seats. A solo shot off the bench. 378. We saw him in a few of those last night in the home run derby. As he gets the National League another insurance run. 100 miles an hour off the bat. And it's 3-0 in favor of the National League. Next guy up will be Thairo Estrada. That thing was smoked. As here comes the representative of the San Francisco Giants as he gets his first All-Star appearance. But he goes down quickly after the 100 mile an hour. RSL, I don't know what RSL is. What does that stand for? So here comes Joey Votto of the Cincinnati Reds. Big Joey V is their representative. 7th appearance in an All-Star game. The age of 39. Real Salt Lake. Yeah, I don't follow it too much, though. I haven't followed it all this year. But I follow the Charlotte FC on Twitter, so I do see their posts. Couldn't tell you who's good, though. Joey Votto is also another guy that's on at the trade block. Now, I know, and, it makes sense for him to end his career probably with the Reds as he strikes out. But, I mean, if he's on the trade block, maybe that's a guy we can take a look at. But Carpenter adds one here in the 7th. As the American League still only has 2 hits, he'll stay out in right field. And we'll see at shortstop, or second base, will still be Estrada. And Joey Votto will stay at first. And we'll see Evan Phillips come in for the National League. Let me pull him up real quick. Evan Phillips of the Dodgers making his first All-Star appearance, 2.29 ERA. Don't have Twitter. It's like the only social media platform I really use. I have Instagram, but I definitely prefer Twitter. Not big. I don't have the Snapchat. Well, I do, but I don't use it, and I don't use Facebook either. As Olivares is already down on strikes. How about Michael Brantley? 288 on the season. He's made another All-Star appearance. Yeah, I mean X, right? I don't know if I'll ever get around to calling it X. So dumb. If I type it on my laptop and I still type in twitter.com, well, dang it, it's still Twitter. Here comes Adley Rutschman. I do like Adley. Of the Baltimore Orioles. And he looks at strike 3. Quick inning of work there for Phillips. We'll go into the 8th now. Here comes some of the substitutions, and Liam Hendricks will come in as the relief. Yeah, former 40th round pick of the Mariners. Fun fact. Did not know that. National League will bring on Elias Diaz in 280, 11 homers, 39 RBIs. As the National League holds on to a 3-0 lead here. Nice pitch. Nasty stuff, not a good location, but I mean, it's Liam Hendricks, who's one of the better relief pitchers in all of baseball. As Diaz fouls that one off. Mariners Mojo. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to say. I mean, everybody's got that favorite team channel they follow. I mean, I probably know some national stuff that a lot of people don't, but as Diaz drives one to left field. This one's at the wall, and Rodriguez just has enough space on the deep part of the track to put that one away. As they'll bring out now Willie Adames. As he makes his first appearance on an All-Star game with the Milwaukee Brewers. Foul tip in the glove, strike 2. That one's hit out to deep center. That's put away. Here comes Seiya Suzuki of the Chicago Cubs. Only his second year in baseball, and or in Major League Baseball. Obviously, he has a lot of, experience in Japan. Part of the reason why the Cubs are the best team in the National League Central, as they lead that division. You'll see in the episode tomorrow, too, the recap episode, that a lot of the division races are like blowouts. As Suzuki crushes one to right center, and that one's going to get down for an automatic double. As Schwarber will come in. No substitution for Kyle, who's walked twice in this ballgame. He gets jammed inside and flies out to end 8. 3-0 lead is still in favor of the National League as they need something. They got 2 more innings the American League does to get something going. They'll have to do it, though, against David Bednar, who has a less than 1 ERA for the Pittsburgh Pirates, making his second straight appearance in an All-Star game. Pirates have a couple of All-Stars in this game, but they're not a good team. Chargers director, he's a nice dude. I might have to check him out.
Nope, that's the ball.
Shea Langoliers gets an appearance as well for the Oakland Athletics. I'm assuming he is their lone all-star representative, considering he's only hitting .227. Because, baseball has that rule where every team has to have an all-star.
The count is full.
Average OPS? I'm actually not sure what an average OPS is. I'm pretty sure if you're mid 700s, that's good. I mean, if you're a better player, then you want to be higher than that. But I think mid 700s is a good OPS. Like Jose's hitting 817 OPS. I mean, it's a good OPS, but for a player like Jose Ramirez, I mean, you expect him to be hitting a little bit better. That was a close call. 40,288 fans here at the 2023 Major League Baseball All-Star Game at Seattle, Washington at T-Mobile Park. As the quote-unquote hometown American League is down 3-0 to the NL. 2-2 pitch from David Bednar to Jose Ramirez, and it's off the plate, ball 3. Full count now. Salvador Perez waits in the wings, will probably get substituted. But first, the payoff pitch to Ramirez, who fouls off another one. Oh, foul. American League's had a lot of solid contact hits, but they're all foul. And he looks at strike 3 down the middle. Come on, Ramirez, what are you waiting on? Yes, they will allow Salvador Perez to hit, who's 0 for 2 on the day, strikeout, fly out. The American League June Player of the Month. Yeah, the American League is just not giving any sort of resistance. That's a nice pitch that gets called ball. Appreciate it. I'll check it after this video. So Full count, 2 outs for Salvador Perez. J-Rod is up next. It looks like he is on the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Another 1-2-3 inning. This has not been pretty. 3 runs and 8 hits for the National League. Only 2 hits so far for the American League going into the 9th, where it'll be Ryan Presley of the Astros who gets the call. So there will be no Penn Murphy pitching in this game, unfortunately, despite him being one of the best relief pitchers that's not a closer this season. Yeah, Julio had a walk and a strikeout in the yeah, I know, right? So I think it's been the exact same calling card. We'll see if he gets to the 9th inning appearance, as Reynolds will get another one here in the 9th, and he'll hit a 1-1 pitch out to right center, where it will be caught by Michael Brantley. Oh, Slur was right down the middle. That's a pitch you want to drive. As Murphy gets warmed back up, but I don't think it's really going to matter. There's also Jordan Romano in the pen of the Toronto Blue Jays. I guess this somehow does go to extras. Big swing and a miss. Second strikeout. And here comes Michael Chavis in 272 on the season. It looks like he is the selection for my beloved Washington Nationals. And that'll be the end of the top of the ninth. So one more chance for the American League to get a run. They're going to have to do it against Raisel Iglesias, who's been one of the better relievers of the past little bit. And J-Rod will get a third at bat. 0 for 1 on the day. Walked back in the third. So he has reached base, but he got picked off. 1-1 pitch. That's on the corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Julio. Come on, AL. Oh, it's a borderline call. Doesn't go the way of Rodriguez. That's a strikeout. Could have been another ball, but the umpire thinks otherwise. And we'll head back to the top where Elvis Andrus made an all-star appearance. Good for him. That's his third one. His first all-star appearance since 2012. It's been 11 years since we've seen Andrus in an all-star game.
Ball 3. 3 balls.
3-1 counts. A chopper over to third. Easy play. Made at first. And the American League is down to their final outs. And it'll be up to Ryan Creedler, who's hitting 176 in an all-star game. I mean, I guess he's the Detroit Tigers representative, but I mean, you couldn't have put anybody better, like Miggy or something. Like 176, and he's an all-star. That makes so much sense.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
LOL 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The National League wins 3-0 as they win the All-Star game and shuts down the 9-game losing streak that they have in the Major League Baseball All-Star game. First time since 2012 that the National League wins the Summer Classic. 3 runs on 8 hits for them, 0 runs on 2 hits for the American League, as they just got dominated. Player of the game will go to Sandy Alcantara, who pitched 2 solid innings, struck out 3 batters, only gave up 1 of the 2 hits. in this ball game. That doesn't go to Carpenter despite him hitting the only home run in this one. And that'll do it for the 93rd edition of the Midsummer Classic. And that'll also bring an end, as the NL has defeated the AL in the 2023 MLB All-Star Game. That'll bring an end to our All-Star festivities. We've gotten through the Home Run Derby. We've gotten through the MLB Draft. We've now gotten through the All-Star Game. And now it's time to get into the second half of the season, where the next big thing is signing our draft picks and the trade deadline, as our Mariners sit 56-33 on the season, have a 7-game lead over the Houston Astros. We'll see if they can claim a division title in the second half of the season. But thank you guys so much for the support. I know there's been a lot of streams the past few days here on the channel. It's something I'd like to do potentially a little bit more of in the future, is live stream. But next time up, well, tomorrow will be a mid-season recap, where I'll tell you how I won't be doing recaps as much anymore, but we'll have a mid-season recap to kind of set the stage for the second half of the season. And then we're all systems go. We're back with the big league club. We got a big homestand coming up against the struggling Tiger squad, and then a big 4-game set against the Minnesota Twins before hosting a very good best team in the American League, Toronto Blue Jays. So it's going to be exciting coming up. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for stopping by. I wouldn't do this if it weren't for you guys, so thank you for the support. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one. Y'all have a great rest of your day.